this is my life. This is my education. And I just want women to feel inspired that, you can go sell a house, and a lot of single moms do that, or after divorces kind of, they do that. They go sell houses, but you can sell one building, and that hustle is going to make more than those 10 houses you sold the whole year. And I just want, I guess, to encourage women not to be intimidated by this industry. It's not scary. It's paperwork and it's relationships.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and y'all know what I'm going to say. I'm excited to be here today. We have another guest who I'm excited for y'all to get to know. I love her stance, and I'm going to put it to you like, I'm just tell you, she want to empower women. Like, she want women to be more empowered within this industry. I think we all know it's so male dominated, but I love that she's here talking about what she's doing. She has background in commercial real estate, but pretty much she's been in every niche when it comes to real estate. And so I'm really excited for y'all to get to know and to see things through Miss Kimberly Hamilton lens. So Miss Kimberly, how you doing today, ma'am?
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So thank you for being here. And look, Miss Kimberly, I just want to go ahead and dive in. I would love for you to tell people what your main focus is these days. Maybe tell them a little bit about how you got into real estate, and also tell them what markets you're operating in as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have been in commercial real estate for 25 years. I actually started out working for a developer, and then got my real estate license and started, the whole process. My first real estate deal here in Nashville, Tennessee was a very interesting little deal. It was a out parcel for a car wash. So I pretty much got commercial real estate in my blood after that first commission check. And, I haven't looked back since. So 25 years later.
Absolutely. No, I love it. And so I love it. You said 25 years later, after that first commission check, here we are. And so you is in your veins now, like still standing. It sounds like you're still passionate about it. So what's been some of the key strategies or systems you've put in place to kind of keep what you do running smoothly, to keep you passionate about what it is that you do?
Well, I feel like you've got to stay up with the market trends. And that would be, lease rates, different neighborhoods, things, headquarters that are coming into Nashville. Networking is a big part of this industry. It's who you know. It's what you know after you meet who you know. because you are up against there's a lot of competition here, just like in the residential world. Commercial is a different animal, but we have to stay in the whole industry game. That includes education, continuing education, taking your classes, your courses, shaking hands with CEOs, CFOs, not being afraid to sit at tables with people that you don't even understand how you got to the table. And when you don't know the answer, you just smile.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So it's great. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, a smile will get you a long way for sure. No, absolutely understand that. That's why I try to stay smiling. If I don't know, I'm gonna smile and make people think I
Just
know.
gonna shake my head. I agree. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get it. So listen, 25 years you've been doing this, so I know there are moments when things have gotten real, when deals have went sideways, times when you had to pivot fast. And I was wondering if you could share a story like that. And I'll tell you why, because a lot of times we show the success, but we don't show the process of how we got to success. And so I was just wondering maybe if you can share a moment to the audience of a time when you had to pivot fast.
Oh, absolutely. In 2007, I believe was my first market crash in the industry. And I was very, very thankful that at that time, I was in healthcare. That was my niche. I was leasing medical office spaces, working with tenants, doctors and healthcare companies going into their healthcare space. What happened, how I was lucky during that time was, all the retail was shutting down, office was shutting down, um, uh, developments were going under. And I had one client that year that kept me in the business. It was a physical therapy clinic, and they had multiple locations and lease renewals. And so, all the other agents, I mean, we lost a lot of agents that year, you know, wanting salary jobs, going into different career paths. But I was so very blessed. I had this client and they needed 10 locations that year. And they were small leases. I was doing the small leases, the 5,000 square feet and under at the time, but you do 10 of those deals, that will keep you, in a good life where you can, beat that downturn. So that's basically what I did. And then in addition to that, I realized that, the doctors that were coming out of the hospital systems that wanted to own their own buildings and go into their own space, um, they didn't know how to do anything because they had like the HCAs of the world that would negotiate their lease, take care of them. They would have their printers ordered. They would, they'd have everything taken care of, their handheld. But I realized these doctors needed help once they got into their building. I would help them with, getting 3 bids on their build out.
Mm,
Helping them hire a designer to come in and design their space, even to ordering office furniture for them. I mean, I was
yeah.
just all things at that time. And I would say that was a learning curve for me. And I did stay, specialized in healthcare later. I just got into a different niche. I went with a big company, Marcus and Millichap, who recruited me after that crash. And my niche went from, leasing medical office to investing, selling investment properties in the
Gotcha.
office market.
Beautiful.
And there's a great story there too. So,
Beautiful.
but
I love it.
yeah,
No,
healthcare,
no.
you always need healthcare.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Always need healthcare. Healthcare is some of our heroes. So you're exactly right. Healthcare is going to be around for a long time, and that's a good. I'm glad you found the niche. You found a place kind of to land, a place to power forward and really use your skill set. And just listening to you talk, I thank you for sharing because you really have shown the mindset of somebody that's different from dabbling to somebody that's in it for the long term. And I can see it with your mindset after the crash, being able to push forward and really find a niche and carve out a niche for yourself. And so I absolutely love it. And Miss Kimberly, I want to ask you this. What are you most focused on scaling or solving next? Like, what's the next real goal for you?
Well, I did start K5 Commercial, which is my own firm, and I am focused on working with private investors and REITs to build their portfolio. But there's a lot of private investors that want to buy a building, or even people that are leasing their space right now. They're afraid. They're like, how can I own a building? I'm leasing, and I love helping them transform into a building owner. Um, I think that's so rewarding when they get to become the building owner and lease space back to themselves. So, with that, I'm doing some land assemblage, learning a little more about that, working with developers a little more, and just watching the Nashville market grow, and very grateful I get to be a part of that.
Absolutely. I love it. Good old Nashville. Like you said, Nashville is booming right now. And so
It is.
that is awesome. I'm excited about K5 commercial, excited about what you're doing. And it sounds like to me, 25 years in the game, somebody actually kind of snatching you from one business and like, hey, come over here and work with me. It lets me know that you're good at building relationships. You seem like a person that people just want to be around you. People gravitate to you. So I want to talk about relationships for a little bit. So when it
Okay.
comes to building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Uh, let's see. Well, first of all, I'm a relationship person,
Yeah,
and I I love I feel like helping people in this industry build and create wealth, long-term wealth, and leaving legacies. That's a big part of my mindset. Um, I This is an interesting story. When I was assembling this land here in Tennessee, I met every owner of every land parcel up to about 200 acres. And it was, they all have stories to tell. Building owners, landowners, they all have their stories to tell as to why they do want to sell, why they don't want to sell. And at some point, you have to lose your broker hat and say, you know what? One gentleman, he's like, I'm 92 years old. I have 30 acres. Where am I going to go? And at points like that in this business, you have to say, you know what? I understand. You stay here. We'll help you with anything you want. If there comes a point to where we have a contract for you, we'll talk about it later, but not being this high pressured, I've got to get a deal done, that kind of broker. I've never been like that. And I really, really, I have a lot of integrity, and care for human relationships.
Yeah,
Just, really care about other people. And,
absolutely.
that's having lunches and dinners and remembering birthdays. That's the low level stuff, that's easy. But that's good. Do it. Do
Yeah.
that, but do more. Don't be a salesperson.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah.
Be a friend.
No, I'm like you said, it's low level, but you know what happens at the low level? A foundation. Foundation is
Yeah.
at the low level, right? And
Yeah.
so making those connections is a foundation that you continue to build on. So I definitely hear you. I hear like you're connected. And I'm glad that you're remembering birthdays, going to events, because that builds the foundation again for you to build a successful business on. And so I
Yeah,
hear
and
you.
and I guess I mean low effort. It's not low level. It's low effort. It doesn't take a lot of effort to
Absolutely.
write someone a handwritten card and say happy anniversary. And And what I love about the relationships I've built is, like I said, like, I would help um, somebody with their dream, their business. They're like, I want to lease a space. I can't buy a building right now. But 10 years later, they're calling me and they're like, I'm ready to buy a building.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and you see their name up on the building and the sign, and you just feel like you've done something that, and if I hadn't have maintained that relationship for that period of time, they would have gone to some other, broker to help them find their space. But, I think making lasting relationships is very important and caring about people.
Nope. Absolutely. I could not agree with you more. And we're talking about relationships. I want you to speak a little bit to why it's so passionate for you to empower women within this space. I want to make sure we get this on the podcast. Why is it so
Yeah.
important to really empower women within this space? Why is that important to you?
Well, when I first started out, I was a single mom. And that was in 2004. I had just gotten a divorce. I was a housewife, had to go get a job, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I started out, I was in advertising, and it was nights and entertaining clients and going to football games and going to bars. And I had little kids. My kids were small at the time, and it didn't suit me. And so on one of my cold calls, which we talked about earlier, I called, and he said to me, he said, Kimberly, girl, if you can sell air, which is not tangible, you can sell buildings and make a lot more money. He said, why don't you come work for me? And to me, it changed the trajectory of my career, my life. I was able to be a single mom, provide for my kids. Eventually, I invested in, some buildings myself. I bought my first home without a husband.
Yeah.
I
Come
mean, there's
on.
all kinds of things, and I think women are scared once I'm mentoring a woman right now, and she was married 26 years, and she's out in the workforce. Um, Her family happened to be in commercial real estate when she was growing up, so she found me, and I'm helping her learn this business, and I just think it's empowering for a woman to know I can do it myself. I'm not desperate for a husband. I'm not, I love being married. It just didn't work out for me. And, I don't have a backup plan. I don't have a trust fund, This is my life. This is my education. And I just want women to feel inspired that, you can go sell a house, and a lot of single moms do that, or after divorces kind of, they do that. They go sell houses, but you can sell one building, and that hustle is going to make more than those 10 houses you sold the whole year. And I just want, I guess, to encourage women not to be intimidated by this industry. It's not scary. It's paperwork and it's relationships.
It's paperwork and it's relationships. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing to be scared of. Oh,
No.
that's such a drop the mic moment. I love it. I love it. I thank you so much. I thank you so much for speaking to your truth and to your passion. Listen, before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate with you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you, Miss Kimberly?
My email is kih5@icloud.com. And I just want to throw this in so you'll remember me.
Yes, ma'am.
K5 commercial is because I have 5 children.
Come on.
So
There
my
you go.
email is, and they're all adult children now, but kih5@icloud.com would be the best way. And I would love to collaborate or mentor or, just tell my stories and how it's worked for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is just the beginning. I mean, I'm glad that we had you on this platform to be able to tell your story. I know our listeners got a ton of value from it, and so I really thank you for being here. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your time. This has been wonderful, and again, I know our viewers are really going to appreciate this conversation. So again, I thank you
I
so much.
appreciate you too. Thank you for letting me share.
No, absolutely. So listen, y'all heard Miss Kimberly. Y'all got the value. You do not want to miss on future incredible people just like Miss Kimberly. So what I need you to do is hit that subscribe button. That way you can come on back and continue to get this amazing content. So again, thank you so much, Miss Kimberly, and to everyone else. We will see you on the next time.
Have a good day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.